Welcome to the Wire to Wire podcast. As always, it's me, your host Yusuf. Now, without further ado, let's just get right to it. So, Shannon Sharpe and comedian Mike Epps, they recently had a little bit of a back and forth. So, I'm going to break that down. But what I really want the focus of this episode to be on is what we can actually learn from this situation between these two gentlemen, because I thought there was a lot of teachable moments that I found to be quite interesting. So, as of late, Shannon Sharpe has been killing the podcasting game. So he broke the internet with his Cat Williams interview, and now he followed that up with this Monique interview. I remember back when he was having issues with Skip Bayless, and I said that he has the following and the talent that if he was willing to go independent, that he would do an incredible job. However, at that time, I just got the sense that he was hesitating to bet on himself because he liked the stability and the comfort of having an in-studio job over at Fox. But I give him nothing but respect and credit. He took that leap of faith, and now he's dominating in the podcasting space. And he's even managed to go beyond sports, right? So he has Club Shay Shay and Nightcap, and it's a great thing to see. I respect and applaud what it is that he's doing with the platforms that he's built. And I will always give credit to a person that chooses to bet on themselves. But he's been on a great run with his podcast. And of course, he had Cat Williams and Monique on, and they were speaking their piece while they were also responding back to the criticisms that were made about them and addressing any of the misconceptions that have been put forth in the mainstream media. And it was an opportunity for them to really address the narratives that are ongoing about them. And it clearly resonated with the audience because his interview with Cat Williams was a record-breaking interview, and his Monique interview was even trending, and that is also doing crazy numbers. So with all of this momentum and notoriety, Shannon Sharpe has been met with various critics. Some of the criticism that he received were blatant, while others were sneaky and indirect. But the most recent attack that was lobbied at him came from Mike Epps. Now, during a stand-up set that Mike Epps was doing, he had some choice words for Shannon Sharpe that I'm going to be playing for you guys. But before I do, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your people. So here's the clip of what Mike Epps had to say.
That nigga Shannon Sharpe called me trying to do an interview. I said, no, Medea, I ain't doing no interview. So you can sit across from me and look at my balls. I'll sit down, nigga. Thought he was going to attack Cat, that nigga there. The nigga shit is called Shay Shay. The nigga's telling you. Put a wig on that nigga, tell me if that ain't motherfucking Medea's sister, nigga.
So you saw what Mike Epps had to say, and that prompted Shannon Sharpe to respond.
I'm gonna put this out there, and this one, I'm gonna fire this shot over your head, mofo, and you will know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Mention my name again.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put the DMs. And I don't like doing this.
Yeah.
But you're lying. See, and I don't care about all that other stuff. You can say I'm gay, and you can say I don't care about that because I won't chase a lie, but I won't let you lie on my name.
Yeah.
Now you can say all that other stuff. I can deal with that. I heard that 1,000 times.
Yes,
just
sir.
like everybody jumping in the chat talking about, oh, he don't like number white women.
Right.
I done dated a lot of different races.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you like Skittles now. You eat every color. Come on, talk to me now.
No, I don't eat. Now I don't eat or suck. They all do all that.
You know what I mean? That's why I said
look
Skittles.
at
Skittles. Okay. Stay. I'm with you.
You know, I look at it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this, and I want somebody to send it to you. And I've been seeing it in the chat. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I don't know who you talking about, but I'm with you. I'm a nigga.
Say my name again, and I'm gonna release the DMs because you're lying.
Yeah.
You said I reached out to you to come on Club Shay Shay, and you a mofo lie. Now when I see you, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see if you about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if you want to say what you've been saying on trying to get some jokes because you got mad because Cat Williams did what he did. Now when I see you, I'm gonna see if you really about that.
Yeah, and when I see you,
no.
I don't know.
I'm gonna see if him talking all that
Yeah.
When it one of them tight ass leather pants, trying to be funny.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see if you're about that.
Yeah.
Say my name again. Now be
be
like Destiny's Child and talk about say my name, and I got something for your ass.
Okay, I'm lost, but I'm with you. And whoever you talking about it, we go, what? Yeah, I'm with you.
Like I said, first of all, them saying I'm gay and this or that, it ain't affecting my bottom line.
I'm gay. I've been happy for years.
It ain't affecting my bottom line. Now, if it'll start to affect my bottom line, then I'm gonna make you put your cards on the table.
Yeah. It ain't gonna be no flush either. I'm
gonna make you put your cards on the table. But that don't bother me. It's that you lied and you didn't have to. Say your little joke, get your little laugh off, have fun, but just don't lie and said I said something when I didn't. And you know who you are, mofo. Yeah. I'm calling you a mofo. Now, when I see you, boy, I promise you, I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna see if you about that. Because I'm about it with you.
Me too. As soon as I get out probation.
Y'all know like I said, I stay to myself, Ocho. Anybody tell you, I said it. I said, when people say, man, that's not like Shannon, that's exactly who Shannon was.
Mm-hmm.
I let my guard down.
Right.
I'm gonna see you.
Yeah. I don't know who we talk about. I'm gonna see you too. Let me take my glasses off.
I'm gonna see you.
We both gonna see you. Yeah, mofo. Fuck.
Now, if you really want me, send for me. Ooh. I'll come.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm coming out, look here. I got special handling. I come with shipping and handling because I'm gonna make sure you get it.
Yeah. Make sure you put your address, nigga. Shit, we'll be there.
No, just and don't come. Hey, man, because I'm gonna tell you what somebody told me one time. What is joke to you is death to somebody else. Don't lie on my name.
Now wait a minute. Now I know Shay. I don't know what grown ass man got a name named Shay, but I know this grown man is not mad at me. So many people talk crazy about you. They was on Saturday Night Live talking about you, imitating you, but now you want to fight me? Now, I'm not going to lie. I did DM you to get on the show. But I DM'd you to get on the show because you brought my name up when you was sitting there with Cat. And you was trying to get him to talk crazy about me, but he didn't. Okay? Now, second of all, talking about pulling up on me. You're going to be an all-star. I'm going to be at the all-star in my hometown. And I'm going to see you. All right? I'm going to see you, brother. And I'm just letting you know. I don't be doing no fighting lately. I don't do no fighting. So, there's only one other option. If you don't fight, you do blank. And Ocho, you shut up and go get some eyebrows. You looking like a whole milk dud sitting there agitating. We watched the white boy kick your ass on TV. So you shut up. And Shay, you did look like Madea sitting there. You was looking zesty. I'm not saying you gay, but you was looking zesty. You look like Big Frida sitting there. You need to take them tight ass shirts off with the muscles. And that's it. Go check out my special February the 20th on Netflix. February 20th on Netflix is called I'm Ready to Sell Out. Because being a real dude ain't making no money right now.
So as you guys saw, they had their back and forth, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that they eventually put their differences aside, and Shannon Sharpe tweeted the following. Unc and the real Mike Epps have decided to have a man-to-man conversation in Indy at NBA All-Star Weekend to discuss our differences. We both realize the situation should have been handled differently. I apologize to fam, friends, loved ones, and my fans. Hashtag Club Shay Shay. So they had their drama and put it to rest, and it's a great thing to see. I personally didn't like the direction this was going in. These are two grown men that are doing well for themselves. So there's no need to be name-calling or talking about any sort of violence. I'm glad that cooler heads prevail. Now that I gave you guys some context on what happened between them, here are some lessons and takeaways that I'd like to share with you guys. The first lesson is the whole questioning a black man's sexuality. I found that it is people's easiest go-to target to try and emasculate a person and to bring them down. And this is something that many people do across the spectrum. So I can't just say really that it's one group that does it, but although there's a wide group of people or a wide range of people that do it, right? It mostly only ends up affecting one group, and that is black men. And I do think that it's a little bit unfortunate that Mike Epps went ahead and did that to the guy. Although he may have been making a joke about how his makeup looked during his appearance on First Take, which you can see the picture there, I really don't think that Mike Epps needed to go there. You know, Mike Epps being a black man, I don't think he should have said this about another fellow black man, especially when you don't even know for sure. Now, of course, there's been speculation and there has been rumors, and I'm not really going to get into all of that. I genuinely don't know if Shannon Sharpe is or not, but it is something that I commonly see used as an attack, and not just against Shannon per se, but I see this also being done to other black men, especially when people don't like them or they don't like the message that the person is bringing. And just on a side note, in regards to that clip I played earlier, if Shannon Sharpe has gay rumors being made against him, I don't think it's the right time for Ocho Cinco to talk about, him enjoying Skittles. It's just not, it's not the time and place to be making that kind of a comment, especially seeing how Skittles, it's all about tasting rainbows or whatever. I mean, shout out to him for obviously wanting to defend his friend and having his friend's back, but that was not the time to be making Skittles jokes. But, back to the main topic at hand, questioning a black man's sexuality just as a form of, making jokes and getting at them, I think it's pretty low. And, the fact that it's so socially accepted, I think in a sense, it kind of shows a little bit of a hypocrisy within society as a whole. All we ever hear society talk about is how they're a marginalized group and that it's natural and that it's acceptable. Then why use it as an insult when you don't like the person? Again, I just want to be clear that I'm not sharing no personal opinions on this. I'll leave that whole topic in and of itself alone for now. I'm not getting into it. But again, I don't like that this is a tool that's being used to try to emasculate black men in particular. And it's really important to pay attention to who it's being used against and why it's being used against them. Now, like I said, in the case of Shannon Sharpe, I don't really know if he is or not. None of us really do, except for him. But I know that since he's been dominating the internet, right, this rumor has really started to ramp up. And I don't believe that it's by coincidence. And the fact that I don't believe it's a coincidence kind of ties into the second point that I want to make, which is the second thing that we can take away from the situation. And it's this: when you're either successful or you're working towards becoming successful, just know that you will come across jealous and envious people. And they can either be people that you know or those that you don't know, but they are somehow familiar with you. But that jealousy and that envy is going to come. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Now, I believe that jealousy and envy are diseases of the heart. And in an ideal world, it would be great, if people could be more mindful of this and they can actually do the work to alleviate it from their hearts. But this world is far from ideal. And instead of thinking what could be, let's focus on what is. We can't control the jealousy and envy that people may harbor within their hearts, but we can control and determine what our response will be to it, right? So when people come with that type of energy, particularly with people that you know, it's imperative to distance yourself and keep all information about yourself to a minimum. Or don't even tell them at all. Just keep it all to yourself. And on a side note, never discuss your plans or your movements with people. Just keep important things to yourself. Just let them see the end result of whatever it is that you're doing or working on or planning on doing, but don't give any information leading up to it. But in general, yeah, you have to keep a healthy distance, even if it means ending friendships or severely limiting the friendship, right? Whatever you got to do, do it. It is what it is. Like with any disease, you have to keep space, right? So a person with a diseased heart that harbors jealousy and envy, that requires the same level of distance. And there are certain telltale signs when someone is jealous. Now, here are a few of them that I'll be sharing. So when they get silent after you tell them some good news, or if they say something along the lines of, must be nice, right? Hater alert. And another sign is when they try to downplay you or something that you did. So when you tell them about a milestone or an achievement, and they say, yeah, that's cool, but it's not like you did this, right? That's a hater, right? And not even just downplaying it, but they can also even make condescending remarks. And another sign of this is when they bring up something that has nothing to do with the topic at hand. So let's just say, for example, you might be talking about a current event, and then out of nowhere, they bring up something about you having a girl. And then you're thinking to yourself, like, what the hell does that have to do with what we're talking about right now? The answer is it doesn't. They're bringing it up because it's bothering them in their mind, so they have to throw it in there. It's all jealousy manifesting itself, but you have to be able to catch it. And another offshoot of this would be when they try to act like they're making playful jokes, but they do it far too often, right? So what they're doing in that case is they're masquerading their jealousy behind jokes to throw off any suspicion. And this can also, and this is something that really surprised me, but this can also show in the form of being over complimentary, right? So it's one thing to compliment a person, which on a side note, I'm always a little bit iffy whenever people give me compliments, but that's just me. But it's one thing to just compliment a person, right? But when a person is doing it excessively, it's them using it as a tool to throw you off the scent so you can lower your guard and trust them to tell them more information. Now, this might sound like a little bit of a crazy concept, but it's something that I've experienced firsthand. I've witnessed it happen with others. And when I read about it in one of Robert Greene's books, it really confirmed my hypothesis and opened my eyes to it. But I say all of this to say that this is something to be mindful of. Now, jealousy and envy will come as you make progress in your life. So, whether you get a new car or you land a new career, you get into a relationship, right? Or you start a business, or you're running a successful business, or you work out and you're achieving a great physique. It can be towards anything. But if you know to expect it and you know what you're looking for, and that you understand that anyone at any moment is capable of doing this, then everything will be fine. You will know how to navigate it. Now, the third thing that I really took away that I thought was important is the concept or the idea of relevancy, being relevant or being a has-been or becoming washed. Now, in the world of sports, there is a such thing as being washed, right? But when it comes to other endeavors, whether it be entertainment, literature, entrepreneurship, there's really not an age limit or a definitive window on success. So media and people on the internet will have you think that just because you're not in the mainstream, right? Or that you haven't accomplished this by X age, that there's no space for you and it's not going to happen. And sometimes we hear people use terms like washed or washed up, or this person is a has-been, or they're no longer relevant. And it's simply not true. Now look at this. Shannon Sharpe is 55. Cat Williams is 52. Monique is 56. Now, As of right now, these people are three of the biggest names on the internet, and they're all in their 50s. Shannon Sharpe has one of the biggest platforms in the world right now. Cat Williams broke the internet, and Monique herself made a huge splash on the internet. And Monique and Cat Williams are now touring together. So, there's always more to come. We can't let social standards and these outside voices take away from what it is that we want to do, right? Plus, we always need to remember that sometimes greatness takes time, right? Shannon Sharpe's life didn't end after football, right? Our endeavors don't have to end just because it takes some time to get to where it is that we ultimately want to get to. And I'm not saying this as a lecture or anything like that. This goes for me just as much as it applies to anyone else. We need to go on this journey of life and trust the process. And we also need to have fun doing it and still live life in a full, meaningful way while we embark on this journey. And we need to remind ourselves, right? And this also applies to me, that there's no age limit to success. The last takeaway that I gathered from all of this is to always bet on ourselves. Shannon Sharpe, he bet on himself, and look what he's done. Monique and Cat Williams, they bet on themselves. And if you listen to the portions of the interview where they were telling their story and they weren't really speaking on a lot of the stuff that went viral, you'll see that they believed in themselves and they bet on themselves in their own way. That is the best bet and the greatest investment that we can ever make is in ourselves. We cannot control how markets perform. We can't control how businesses will turn out or the trends that go on, but we damn sure can control our thoughts, our words, and behaviors. So it's up to us to make an effort and to do our best, and then leave the rest to God to make the rest happen for us, right? Because I firmly believe that all sustenance and provisioning truly comes from Him. But we need to make the intention, and we need to make the effort to make things happen too. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for listening. Be sure to like this video and to subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me and the podcast on Instagram and TikTok. You can also check out my 4 books. The link will be in the description. Until next time.